All new tonight, from the age of 18 to 62 years old, Kevin Strickland has spent his entire adult life behind bars. Now his case is taking another turn. Missouri Supreme Court delaying his wrongful conviction trial. So Kevin Strickland's already spent 43 years in prison, and he contends he was sent there by bad eyewitness testimony. Is just one of many similar cases that News 4 Investigates has been following.
And tonight, News 4 investigator Angie Racono examines eyewitness testimony. How reliable is it, and what's being done to change things?
This was the lineup that changed Kevin Strickland's life. He was just 18. The woman viewing this lineup had been shot but survived. The three other people inside the house were killed. Decades later, we're learning she had doubts and even sent an email to the Midwest Innocence Project. I am seeking info on how to help someone that was wrongfully accused. Years and decades rolled by. Kevin Strickland tells his story from a wheelchair in prison.
It's a great deal of pain in here of knowing what I done missed out on in my opportunities in life and, family. And I'm trying to pick my words because I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm hurt. I'm really hurt.
When a crime happens, everyone's trying to solve it, right? The investigators, everyone.
Tricia Rojo Bushnell is the executive director of the Midwest Innocence Project.
I think there's a common conception that we now know is a misconception that if someone sees a crime, they would be able to identify the person who committed it.
Decades of research show eyewitnesses mean well, but trauma affects memory. It means survivors and witnesses may focus on the gun, not a face. And the pressure they feel to help solve a case can lead to terrible mistakes.
There's a tremendous amount of pressure put on victims and witnesses to solve this crime, and they feel that.
In the last 9 out of 10 Missouri cases where DNA proved a prisoner was innocent, eyewitness testimony was part of the wrongful conviction. Lamar Johnson has been the focus of numerous reports.
And I just kept saying, I didn't do it, this is where I was.
Johnson is convicted of murdering a friend. It was dark the night of the murder. His lawyers point out the killer wore a full face mask like this one.
You can see there's nothing that distinct about my eyes.
But Johnson learned witnesses are compelling in court. The current prosecutor took a look at his case and believes he's innocent. The real gunmen agree Lamar Johnson was not there that night.
If you think that I'm guilty of a crime, then give me a new trial. Give me a fresh shot. I deserve that.
Chris Dunn is serving life plus 40. His case hinged on eyewitness testimony, too, of a 12 and 14-year-old running in the dark. Both have recanted and admitted they lied. Here's the affidavit of the 12-year-old who's now an adult. We decided that we would both testify that it was Christopher Dunn who killed Rico. The truth is that we did not know who shot at us and killed Rico. The then 14-year-old admits in his affidavit, I lied on Chris Dunn to save myself.
You can let that go. You ain't got to worry about that. I forgive you. I've been forgave you a long time ago. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm sorry that you was put in that position.
Lamont McIntyre hugged and forgave the witness who got it wrong in his case. Nico Quinn says she was pressured and threatened by the prosecutor. Lamont McIntyre went to prison for 23 years for a crime he did not commit. Nationwide, about 70% of all wrongful convictions are blamed in part on witness misidentifications. That's why more than half of all states have enacted reforms. This includes Kansas, but not Missouri. Here's a look at the reforms innocence projects and defense attorneys have advocated for. Use double-blind lineups. That means the person giving the lineup doesn't know the suspect either. That way, there's no concern that hints or pressure is a part of the selection. There should be clear instructions that relieve the pressure. Let the eyewitness know the suspect may not be in the pictures, and that no matter what they select or don't select, the investigation will continue. Police should use better fillers in lineups, whether they are in person or with photos. This means the alternate choices should closely resemble the suspect. The eyewitness should give a confidence statement at that time regarding how confident they are in their selection. And you document the lineup, ideally with a video camera, which ensures the above steps take place.
We know it's going to make a difference. I mean, it would have made a difference for Kevin Strickland.
That was Angie Racono reporting. News 4 Investigates has found Missouri has not implemented any reforms, but we do know the Kansas City Police Department has. In fact, that just happened last month. Now they're working with the Midwest Innocence Project to make sure the eyewitnesses' identifications that are made are accurate.